Mahesh, are you able to see the screen? Hello?
No, sir.
Not able to see the screen now.
No, sir.
Now?
Now I can see, sir.
Okay, okay. Just tell me the feedback whether you're able to see the screen or not. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Still 2 more minutes are there. Let us wait for the joining of the remaining students. Now, can you able to see my PPT?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mahesh? Yeah. Today we'll solve the problem. This is the problem we are going to solve now. Now, are you able to see the problem, Mr. Mahesh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Still, students have to leave that class and join this class. DM is going on right now, I think. Join through Teams app, through calendar only. Join through Teams app, through calendar only. Yeah, still, students have to join. అరే బాబు క్లాస్లో నన్ను అబ్బా కట్ చేసి అర్థం చేసుకోవాలా? Hello, anyone is here? Hello, dear students. Anyone joined the class? Still DMA class is going on. Yeah, 18 students are presented. Right. (22) remaining has to join. Okay. Good morning, dear students. Are you able to see the screen now? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you have to respond me individually. Mr. Vinith, are you there? Hello, Mr. Vinith, are you there? Not answering. Vamshi Krishna, are you there? Atif, Chandulal?
I'm there.
No. Chandulal is there. Roll number 6.
Sir.
Yeah. 16. Vaishnavi. Roll number 16. Are you there? Please respond. Roll number 16. Okay. Roll number 28. Akhil. If you don't respond, I will keep absent. Remember that. Next. Roll number 30.
Yes, sir.
Muhammad Rahman. Yeah. Roll number 40.
Yes, sir.
Saad Iqbal. Please respond. Randomly, I will call
Yes,
the
sir.
numbers. You have to respond.
Roll number 40. Roll number 40, sir. Roll
Yeah,
number
just
40,
whenever I call your number, just to respond, I'm there. Otherwise, I don't know
Sir,
who is
roll
there and
number
who is
40.
not there. Okay. Okay. Randomly, I will call the roll numbers. Okay. Now let us start our topic. Last class we have discussed the dynamic force analysis. Okay. So again, let me recall what we have done in last class. Just briefly, I want to revise what I have done in the last class. So this is the 4-bar mechanism we have taken based on the dimensions. For this 4-bar mechanism, omega 2. Just okay. One sec. Slideshow. Pointer options. Okay. For this 4-bar mechanism, our aim is to find the dynamic forces acting on link 2, link 3, and link 4. So for this, we have drawn the 3-bar diagram of all the links individually. G2 is the acceleration due to gravity at this point. Due to this acceleration, a force F2 is exerted towards O. And to maintain this equilibrium, we are keeping one more force. Fi2 is the inertia force, which is acting opposite to the resultant force. This is how the link 2 is in equilibrium. Similarly, with respect to the link 3 also, F3 is the resultant force and balancing force is Fi3. That is the inertia force. Now these two in equilibrium when F3 is equals to Fi3. Similarly, this is how H3 is the radius. With G3 as the center, H3 as the radius, we have drawn a force vector Fi3. This force vector Fi3 is the combination of two forces, that is inertia force and inertia torque. Inertia force Fi3 and inertia torque Ta3, together they have combined to form a single force vector Fi3. So we know as a result of this force and perpendicular distance, we are getting a torque. T3 is the resultant torque we are getting due to the force Fi3 and H3, which is equals to Fi3 into H3. From this, we can find H3 is equals to T3 by Fi3. T3 is the torque, which is nothing but I into alpha. Now this is we are solving for the link 3. You can write it as I3 into alpha 3 by force Fi3 is nothing but M3 into Ag3. Similarly, we have solved for Fi4 and we are trying to find out the H4 value. So for this analysis, let us solve a problem using the numerical data. So already yesterday I told you, please ready with pen and calculators. So everyone is ready with your pen and calculators. Please answer. Roll number
Yes,
1. Roll number 10. I'm keeping absent for roll number 10. Roll number 16. Okay, I'm keeping absent. Roll number 20. Mahesh.
Sir.
Are you there?
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Vaishnavi, are you there? Yeah,
Hello,
I'm
I
keeping
am.
absent for her.
Bolo.
Okay. Yes, just respond me. So let us try to solve this problem. Just note down this problem. So it is required to carry out a dynamic force analysis of 4-bar mechanism as shown in figure. Omega 2 is a known value. So omega 2 is acting for the link 2, which is equals to 20 radians per second in clockwise direction. Now alpha 2 is the angular acceleration acting on link 2, which is given as 160 radians per second square. And OA is the length of the link 2, that is 250 mm. G2 is the acceleration due to gravity. Already we have located where G2 is acting. I will show you once again. So have you seen this figure where G2 is located? They have given the length of OA. Okay, they have given the length of OA and they have given the length where G2 is being located. Similarly, they give the length of AB and they will distance where G3 is being located. Similarly, they give the length of link BC and they will give the distance where G4 is being located. So that is the data I'm having right now. Yeah. OG2 is 110 mm and length of link AB means this for link 3, which is equal to 300 mm. And G3 is the center of gravity, which is located at a distance of 150 mm. BC is for link 4, whose length is 300 mm. Center of gravity of link 4, G4, is located at a distance of 140 mm. OC is the fixed length, whose length is 550 mm. Now, angle made by AOC is 60 degrees. I will show what is angle AOC. Yeah, now can you able to see this? AOC. Here, this is the angle made by the AOC, whose angle is 60 degrees. This is the, you have to draw this diagram as per the dimensions. They have given the length OA, length AB, length BC, and length OC, and angle made by AOC. Similarly, they have given the position of G2, position of G3, position of G4, means where G4 is located in BC, where G3 is located in AB, at what distance G2 is located in OA. At the same time, they have given the angle made by A, O, and C. So with this given data, we need to draw a configuration diagram of the 4-bar mechanism. And they have given separately link 2, 3, and 4, the mass of the link. M2 is 20.7 kg, M3 is 9.66 kg, and M4 is the 23.47 kg. Similarly, angular acceleration they have given 160 radians per second square for link 2, 63.3 radian per second square for link 3, and 430 radian per second square for link 4. Similarly, acceleration due to gravity they have given. This is 48 meter per second square for link 2, 120 meter per second square for link 3, 65.4 second square, 65.4 meter per second square for link 4. So my question is, how you got these values? So angular acceleration and acceleration due to gravity we can get from the acceleration analysis. So for this 4-bar mechanism in kinematics, we will do the velocity analysis and acceleration analysis. From the velocity analysis, we get the velocity. Similarly, from acceleration analysis, we get the acceleration values. For the same problem, we need to solve for the acceleration diagram. We have to draw acceleration diagram. From there, we get all these values. Straight away, I am taking, considering that you know kinematics of machines. Similarly, for all the links, we should know the moment of inertia of all the links. 0.01872 is the moment of inertia of link 2. 0.01105 is the moment of inertia of link 3. 0.0277 is the moment of inertia of link 4. Got it. Link to mass and moment of inertia are given separately. So now what is your aim? Your aim is to find inertia forces on moving members. See the problem carefully. You are going to determine the inertia forces of the moving members. Second one, torque, which must be applied on the link 2. You are supposed to find the forces acting, and similarly, you are supposed to find the torque acting on the link 2. Now let me go for the configuration diagram one more again. So my question is, are you able to understand this problem first? Please answer. Mahesh? Hello, Mahesh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to understand the problem? What? Yes, I am explaining the problem. I am not solved. I am explaining the problem first. This is a dynamic analysis for 4-bar mechanism. This is the minimum input we require to solve the problem. Okay. So based on this data, our aim is to find the force acting on link 2, force acting on link 3, force acting on link 4. Means dynamic force acting on link 2, dynamic force acting on link 3, dynamic force acting on link 4. Similarly, we are supposed to find torque acting on the link 2. Again, let me go for the configuration diagram one more time. So with the given data, we need to draw the configuration diagram as it is. You are supposed to find force acting on the link 2, that is dynamic force acting on link 2, dynamic force acting on link 3, and dynamic force acting on link 4, and torque acting on the link 2. Means dynamic forces you are supposed to find F2 value on link 2. Similarly, F3 value on link 3. Similarly, F4 value on link 4. Apart from this, you are supposed to find the radius made by this center of gravity. What is the radius we need to draw? H4 you are supposed to find on link 4. Similarly, H3 on link 3 and H2 on the link 2. Okay. Now let us solve the problem step by step. First step, to find the forces acting on all the links. I am doing this. Pointer option, pen. Sorry, pen. I need to take point action. Yeah. So our aim is to find F2 is how much? Similarly, F3. So right away you solve with me parallelly. What is the formula for F2? M2 into AG2. Formula for F3? M3 into AG3. Formula for F4? M4 into AG4. Now try to solve for M2 value. What is M2 mass they have given? Please answer anyone. What is the mass of the link 2? Please answer. So no one has written, I think. You have to return the problem.
20.7
So mass
kg,
of, right, 20.7 multiplied by the acceleration due to gravity on link 2, which is equals to 48. What is the answer you are getting now? Please calculate. Force on link 2, that is 20.7 multiplied by the 48. What is the answer you are getting? Please answer anyone.
993.6. 993.6.
Right. 993.6. What are the units for this one? Newtons. Force is always in newtons. Similarly for the link 3. What is mass 3? Value of mass M3. That is 9.6. Right, 9.66. And acceleration due to gravity of link 3. AG3 value? 120 meter per second square. Give me the answer for this one. 1159.2 newtons. Right. Similarly, find the force F4. What is the mass acting on link 4? That is 23.4 kg multiplied by the AG4, whose value is 65.4. If you product of these two gives the value of, please answer anyone. Vaishnavi, answer this. 23.4 into 65.4. What is the answer you are getting?
1530.36.
Right, that is nothing but 1535 newtons I am getting. 1535 newtons. So from this, which one? 30, okay. 1530, okay. Now we got F2 value, F3 value and F4 value. What we are saying, to maintain equilibrium of link 2, F2 is the resultant force. Got it? F2 is resultant force. Similarly, to maintain this in equilibrium, what we have done, we have kept one more force, Fi2, which is
Fi2 is equal to
inertia of Fi2. Now for equilibrium of link 2, one second. Eraser. Yeah. Options. Okay. Just 1 second, it is not, point is not showing properly. Pen. So we are making equal these two, which is equals to Fi2 is equal to the F2, whose value is 993.6 newtons. This is the force acting on the link 2. Similarly, force acting on link 3, that is F3 is equals to Fi3, which is equals to 1159.2 newtons. Similarly, F4 is equals to Fi4, which is equals to 1530 newtons. So from this, we find the force acting on link 2, which is 993 newtons, F3 1159.2 newtons, and the F4 1530 newtons. So we have find the dynamic forces acting on all the links F2, F3, and F4. Next step is we are supposed to find the radius made at G2, radius at G3, radius at G4, or distance H2, H3, and H4. Can I erase this? Yes, students, please answer. Can I erase this?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. I am erasing this. I will send this video also, don't bother. Pointer options, erase. Or I will make one more fresh screen. One screen I want. Yeah. Are you able to see the blank white screen now? Dear students, please answer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
sir.
Now our aim is to find H2 value. It is not coming. Now can you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
Please, dear students, answer. Yeah. Our aim is to find H2, H3, and H4. What is the formula for H2? Already we have solved earlier. H2 is how we are getting H2 from torque equation. Torque is nothing but force into distance. Already we got T2 is equals to F2 into H2. From this we are getting H2 is equals to T2 by F2. What is T2? Torque. It is nothing but I2 into alpha 2 by F2 is M2 into AG2. It is not writing properly. AG2. Now let me solve for H2 value. Yeah, can you solve for H2? What is I2 alpha 2? Moment of inertia we have given already. I2, how much you are getting? Moment of inertia of link 2. You can see. I will show you again that moment of inertia of links. Yeah. So you can see here moment of inertia of link 2 is 0.01872. Just note down this. Moment of inertia of link 3 is 0.01105. Moment of inertia of link 4 is 0.0277. Look at that. Write the moment of inertia of link 2, that is I2, which is equal to 0.01872, and I3 is equal to 0.01105, and I4 is equal to 0.0277.
Sir, H2
Just note
is
down this.
160.
What is the H2 value you are getting?
160, sir.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Wrong. H2 is 160 is wrong. Do again. Write H2 here. What is the formula for H2? Already I have solved earlier. Just are you able to see the screen now? I2 alpha 2 by M2 into AG2. So I2 I am getting, already I have given the problem, that is 0.01872 is the moment of inertia acting on link 2. What is the angular acceleration on link 2? That is 160. What is the force F2 you are getting? Mass of link 2, how much you are getting? Or already we have find the force vector F2. What is the value of F2 we got? 993.6 newtons, which is a combination of M2 and AG2. Now solve this and give me the answer. So on solving this, I am getting the answer as
3.01, sir.
3.0.
right 1 into 10 to the power of -3 meters. This is the radius we need to find. So with this radius, we are drawing the G2 as center. With this 3.01 as the radius, we have drawn the circle. Similarly, let us solve for H3. What is the equation for H3 again? I3 alpha 3 by M3 and AG3, which is what is I3? I3 value you are getting it as
0.01105.
1105. What is alpha 3? 63.3 radian per second square. What is M3 AG3 is the force acting on link 3. What is the F3 we got? that is 1159.2 newtons. Solve this equation. How much you are getting? This value comes as 6.03 into 10 and 3 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meters. So this is the value of radius, h3 radius. With this radius, we are drawing a circle g4, g3 as the center. Similarly, let us solve for h4. h4 is equals to, what is the equation again? We know I4 alpha 4 by m4 into ag4. What is I4? Value of I4 0.0277. Right. Into what is Ag4? Alpha 4, angular acceleration of alpha 4. What is the value of alpha 4? Please answer. Right, 430. Now answer the force F4. How much F4 you are getting? Already I have solved earlier. That is 1530 newtons. Now give me the answer.
So
What is the H4 you are
1.18
getting?
7.7 into 10 to the power minus 3.
Right, 7.78 into 10 to the power
10 power minus 3
minus
meters.
3 newtons. So this is how we are going to find F2, F3, F4, H2, H3, and
The meters.
this is the dynamic analysis. We have already find F2, F3, F4. Similarly, we have find H2, H3, H4. Okay, next you are supposed to find the torque acting on the link 2. Yes, someone is asking a question. Please. I'm not getting your voice clear.
Meters, sir.
Sorry. Okay, it is in meters. Distance kada. Sorry. This is force meters, not in newtons. Okay. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. This is how we can solve. This is how we need to solve F2, F3, F4, and H2, H3, and H4. Next, we need to find the torque acting on the link 2. How we can find the torque acting on the link 2? Already we have solved the static force analysis. Got it? I will exit this screen. I will show how to. Screen again. I will come. Unblack screen. Okay. Screen. Black screen. Okay. So for link 2, this is the link 2 I am having, which is making an angle theta. This angle I have given as 60 degrees. Got it? So this is having torque T2. This amount we need to find. Okay. So now this since point, this is point O. This is sorry, I will do again. This is giving some. Angle with theta. This is point O. This is point A. Since O is fixed point, what we are saying, this is unknown. We don't know direction. This we read it as F12. What is the force vector we can draw here? It is always tangent to this point. This is straight line I need to solve, just which is equals to F23. So for this force vector, we need to draw a perpendicular line straightly. So here it is showing, not showing a straight line. Yeah, I will show here. A straight line has to draw. Extend these two lines. So this angle is 90 degrees. Now F23 into this distance gives your torque. Measure this distance, H. So this is OA. Already we know that what is the length made by OA. Okay, we know the length of OA. With the given length OA, we draw a line making an angle of theta is equals to 60 degrees. Now if you know this force vector F23, to maintain equilibrium, one more force vector, same force vector will act in this direction. Sorry, opposite. The force vector will act in this direction, opposite to this force vector F23. So this is moving towards in this direction. Now this force vector has to move in this direction. Whose value? Those gone again. I will do. Yeah, వెళ్ళిపోయింది. Force vector. So this is making angle theta. Our aim is to find T2. So this is the direction of the force vector F23. Similarly, F23 is always parallel to F12. This is the force acting at point O. This is point A. At point O, F12 is the force acting. At point A, F23 is the force acting. Now what we are doing? We are drawing a perpendicular line, straight line to this. Extend these two force vectors. This angle is 90 degrees. Now F1, this is called height h. Now measure this height h, and torque T2 is given as F23 into h. What is F23 value we got? 993 into h, which is equals to, we'll get some value right in terms of Newton meter. Okay, this is how we can find T2 value. Okay, I will exit the screen now. I will come back again. Screen, white screen. Yeah. So this is how we need to solve the problem. Already I have solved this problem here. You can see. Are you able to see the screen now? Yes, students? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is the solution. F2 I have typed properly. Okay. You get F2 value, F3 value, and F4 value. Screen I want to show pointer. Yeah. This gives F2 value. This is F3 value. This is F4 value. This is how we need to find H2, H3, and H4. But I have not substituted all the values. Just right away I will write the answers. Earlier I have shown how to find this. Okay. Our aim is this is how we need to solve the dynamic force analysis. Apart from this, we need to solve the torque T2, which I have shown earlier. Now, before in dynamic analysis, one more topic is there. We need to discuss about the D'Alembert principle. Okay. Before going to this, just 1 second. I will just... Let us discuss D'Alembert principle. So in D'Alembert principle, just let us insert some assume this is a force vector. So in this force vector, draw a line. So what will happen if I apply force like this? Let's see. Pointer option. Okay. Yeah. So here I'm having a force F. This force F is the external force I am acting. What will happen if I'm applying external force? The block will move to the new position. Got it? When I apply some external force, the block will move distance x. Now to maintain this equilibrium, what we need to do for this external force F, we need to put one more force, that is called inertia force, which opposes that motion. Means the same block I am drawing here. For this block, and this external force I am keeping. When I put external force, the block will move. So to avoid this, what do I do to maintain this equilibrium? I am putting one more force acting in opposite direction. That is Fy, which is equal to the inertia force. Inertia force is the force which opposes the force due to the resultant force F. Now, what is the condition here? Condition of equilibrium. The sum of forces F plus Fi is equals to 0. As per D'Alembert statement, any force acting on the component should be equals to 0. Based on that principle, we have solved the dynamic force analysis. Based on the D'Alembert principle only, we have solved the dynamic force analysis. Or I can write like this: F is equals to minus Fi. This is the condition for the dynamic force analysis. It states that sum of all the forces acting on a body should be equals to 0, or the resultant forces acting on a body should be equal to 0. This statement is called as the D'Alembert statement. Based on the D'Alembert principle only, we have solved the dynamic force analysis. You can see here. Here, what are the forces we are having? Two forces, F2 and Fi2. F2 and Fi2. As per D'Alembert statement, what is the condition of equilibrium? These two forces should be equals to 0, but move in opposite direction. That is the condition of D'Alembert principle on link 2. Similarly, on link 3, F3 is equals to Fi3. Similarly, on link 4, F4 is equals to Fi4. Where I have written. Okay, these are the conditions for the D'Alembert statement. So now, are you able to understand the how to solve dynamic force analysis of a 4-bar mechanism? Please answer. If anyone don't know, let me explain again. Dynamic force analysis of a 4-bar mechanism.
Please again explain again.
Okay, I will explain again. So this is the data they have given. It is required to carry out a dynamic force analysis of 4-bar mechanism as shown in figure. Figure I have shown in the slide 1 as it is. This is the figure I am going to draw with the given data. So they have given OA is for link 2. What is the value of OA? 250 mm. Angular acceleration of link 2 is 160 radian per second square, and angular velocity omega to 20 radians per second square. So all this data we get only by doing analysis. These values we don't get from anywhere else. We have to do the analysis, then only we will get all this data. And OG2 is the position of the link 2. G2 is the position of or distance from the point O. G2 is the distance from point O, which is equals to 110 mm. And AB is the link 3, whose length is 300 mm. And G3 is the distance from point A. Similarly, BC is for link 4. G4 is the distance from point C, which is at 140 mm. And OC is the baseline, which is equals to 550 mm. And angle AOC they have given, which is equals to 60 degrees. And they have given masses of all the links. Mass of link 2, 20.7 kg. Mass of link 3, 9.66 kg. Mass of link 4, 23.47 kg. Now, angular acceleration of link 2, 160 radian per second square. Angular acceleration of link 3, 63.3 radian per second square. Angular acceleration of link 4, 430 radian per second square. Now, they have given G2, G3 and G4. This is the value of AG2, 48 meter per second square. 120 meter per second square is for the G3, and 65.4 meter per second square is for link 4 at G4. Similarly, they have given the moment of inertia of all the links. Link to moment of inertia is 0.01872. Moment of inertia of link 3 is 0.01105. Moment of inertia of link 4 is 0.0277. So this is the problem they have given. Based on this problem, we need to draw the configuration diagram of a 4-bar mechanism, which I have shown in the slide 1. Initially, I have shown. This is the diagram I have shown. This diagram is being constructed with the given data. Locate G2, G3, G4. Locate point OA, which makes an angle of 60 degrees. OA from A with the length of AB. Draw a line. You know OC length also. From point C, intersect this point. Locate this point. Now locate G2, G3, G4. This makes an angle of 60 degrees. This is the configuration diagram we need to draw. Next, your aim is to find force F2, force F3 on link 3, force F4 on link 4. Similarly, you are supposed to find this H3 distance and this H4 distance. Formulas are there to find H3 and H4. This is how I am solving inertia forces. I am trying to find F2, which is equal to M2 into AG2. I know M2 value. and AG2 I know. I'm getting the value like this. Similarly, F3, I'm getting the answer 1159.2 newtons, and F4 1535 newtons. Next, I'm trying to find out H2. H2 is the radius from the center of gravity G2. H3 is the radius drawn from the center of gravity G3. H4 is the radius drawn from the center of gravity G4. H2 formula we are getting I2 alpha 2 by M2 into Ag2, whose value is 3.01 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. Similarly, H3 I can get I3 into alpha 3 by M3 into Ag3, which is equal to 6.03 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meter. Similarly, H4, which is equal to I4 into alpha 4 by M4 into Ag4, which is equal to 7.76 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. We have find F2, F3, F4, H2, H3, and H4. Now you can see the statement. The inertia forces Fi2, Fi3, and Fi4 have magnitude equal and opposite direction to the respective forces. That is F2, F3, and F4, and will be tangents to the circular radius H2, H3, and H4 from G2, G3, G4 so as to oppose alpha 2, alpha 3, and alpha 4. When you oppose these angular accelerations, then only the four-bar mechanism is in equilibrium. Similarly, in static force analysis, we know how to find the torque T2 that I have explained earlier. Now, already I have explained about D'Alembert principle also. There is a block where
Sir, we have to
just you are
write
applying
that
a force.
statement, sir.
No, don't write statement. Just I am explaining on what basis you are making this equilibrium. Got it?
Okay.
You know now how I am saying this is in equilibrium. On what basis? So as per D'Alembert statement only, this has to be in equilibrium. This is the linked force I am having. The resultant force is acting here downwards. How this is in equilibrium? If you put one more force in opposite direction, then only this is in equilibrium. Similarly, here I am having a torque T4. How this is in equilibrium with respect to torque? You need to keep one more torque opposite to this torque. Then only this is in equilibrium. Now, what is D'Alembert statement is saying? Sum of all the forces acting on the component should be equal to 0. Means the F4 and Fi4 together equal to 0. P4 and Pi4 together equal to 0. Then only this is in equilibrium. Got it? That is what I have shown in this. This is the block. I am putting a force here. If there is no force here, what will happen? This block will move to the new place. Now this is no more in equilibrium. This is having some motion. Now what I am doing for the same block, I am applying a force here. To maintain this equilibrium, what I am doing? I am applying one more force opposite to this force here. The opposite force is Fy. Now as per D'Alembert statement, how I am writing? The sum of resultant force F and inertia force should be equal to 0, or I can write like this: F is equal to minus Fi. This is the base for the dynamic force analysis. D'Alembert statement is the base for doing dynamic force analysis. Next class, we will solve for the dynamic force analysis of slider crank mechanism. So this dynamic force we can do in two methods. One is graphical method and one is the analytical method. So next I will go for the analytical approach only. I don't want to go for graphical method. I want to go for analytical approach, and my aim is to find displacement of the piston and velocity of the piston and acceleration of the piston. So I have not derived these formulas straight away. I have taken these formulas. Based on these formulas, we solve the problem. So whenever we are free, we will derive this equation. What is how we are getting x is equal to this equation? How we are getting velocity of the piston equal to this equation? How we are getting acceleration of piston equal to this equation? These three equations we will derive whenever we are free. Right now, I am not deriving. In examination point of view also, they don't ask these derivations. Right away, you can use these values: displacement formula, velocity formula, and acceleration formula. So if you find these three, that gives the analytical approach. Okay, next we will continue. Still, anyone is having any doubts? Please ask me.
Sir, how to find T2, sir?
T2 already I will explain again. Okay, again I have to go for the F5.
Keeps.
Yeah, I will show. Then only I can. So I will point the options I will take here. I will take a pen. So imagine this is the link. I'm not getting straight lines. Don't bother, please. Right, understood. This is the link 2, which is making an angle of. I will use the pen here. Eraser. Okay. Pointer options. Pen. Okay. This is my baseline. It is going downside. Okay. I'll make a blank screen. Now, are you able to see this blank screen now? Dear students, please answer.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Hello? Yeah. So I am showing again how to find T2 value. Just I'm drawing a baseline reference line like this. With respect to the reference line, I'm drawing a link 2, which makes an angle of theta equals to 60 degrees. This is point O, this is point A. Okay, just again I'm drawing neatly. This is link 2. So now at point A, what is the force acting? Two minutes.
993.6.
No, I'm not asking the value. Direction of the force vector. Why it is unnecessarily. Point option pen. Okay, I will draw like this. This is the force vector acting like this, which is written as F23. Similarly, to maintain this equilibrium, one more force vector will act in this direction. This is moving towards left side. This is moving towards right side. I can write this as F1, 2. Now, what I am doing for this force vector, I am drawing a perpendicular line, which makes an angle of 90 degrees. These two are perpendicular to each other. Now, measure this distance. Measure this distance h. You will get some value. You will get some value. Now, how to write T2? Force into distance, that is F23 into h. Now, F23 is the force acting on link 2. How much we got link to force acting? 993 newtons. And measure this with the help of scale only we need to draw. Measure this distance h. You will get some value, h value. Put that value here. Okay, which gives the answer. This is the torque. We can write it as Newton meter. I can write here.
Sir, how
Newton
do we
meter.
get the length of F23, sir? How do we know what length we have to draw?
No length at all. Just only link OA length we should know.
So OA
Okay,
is
length of link
250 mm, right?
OA is 250 mm. Draw a line of OA 250 mm, making an angle of 60 degrees. Okay. At point A, you draw a line exactly tangent to that point A. At A, you have to draw a line exactly which is tangent to the point A. I will show this again. Just I will unblack the screen. For next class, I will solve this. Okay. Remember me. Next class, I will solve this. I will put a video regarding this. Here, I am not taking the pointer properly. One more second. Don't leave the class. I want to know the attendance. Okay, I will tell how to find the torque T2. Next class, I will draw properly. Okay. Here, I am not getting properly. By Monday, I will solve it for you. Monday class is there, I think. Not
Sir,
Monday,
you make a
coming.
video on the paper and send us, sir.
Already I have sent, no?
No, sir, this
In the
one.
group, it is there.
This problem.
This one also, okay, I will do that.
These only the torque part, sir.
Okay, the torque. Already I have shown how to solve for the static force analysis of slider crank mechanism. Step by step, I have solved. Just go through that video. Okay. And
Sir,
torque analysis again, I will do.
Sir, notes.
Yes, tell me.
Notes.
Notes I will give. Don't bother.
Okay.
Notes I will
Sir,
send. Everything I will send to you.
సార్ మొత్తం ప్రాబ్లం ఒకసారి వీడియో తీసి పెడతాను.
ఆల్రెడీ ఇప్పుడు రికార్డ్ అయింది కదా, నేను పంపిస్తాను వీడియో మీకు. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు రికార్డ్ అయింటుంది. ఐ విల్ సెండ్ దట్ వీడియో. నో ఇష్యూస్.
Sir, do you have an YouTube channel, sir? You can upload this.
Right now I'm not having any YouTube channel. I don't know how to go there. So soon I will try. Okay. First, are you able to understand what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I will try to explain still better. Okay. If you are having any doubts, feel free to ask at any time. Put WhatsApp also. I will respond there also. Okay. First, learn the subject. This is the core subject for you. Why I am stressing this subject is this dynamics is the core subject. So already you are learning design. If you want to become a design engineer or analytical engineer, this is the base subject you should know, dynamics. If you don't know base of this subject, you are not a good design engineer or good analyzer. If you know the concepts in dynamics only, then you know how the forces are arising. Based on that forces, you can do a designs properly. Okay, thank you very much. Let me download the attendance. Still, anyone is having doubt, please raise any questions.
No, sir.
Anyone is having? No. Okay. Anyone? Shiva is there? Shiva Prasad is not answering. So don't cheat me. Just you are running the phone and you are moving somewhere else. Maybe I don't know. Randomly I will pick the numbers. If I'm making the register. If anyone not answer, I will simply keep absent. Don't mind. I'm downloading the attendance. You are present. Next, roll number 318. V. Kotesh.
Sir.
Please answer. Yes, you are there. Next, 320.
Yes, sir.
Number 320. Kanna Babu.
Yes, sir.
No, yeah. Next, Bittu G1. Are you there? No, he is not there. Modi Venkatesh. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. And roll number 6093. Muhammad Uzair Ahmad. Are you there? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Randomly I will pick. I don't know anyone.
96
Randomly I will pick.
sir.
Right. 53. Minaz Munawar.
Yes, sir.
No, he is not answering. Yeah, thank you, dear students. Thank you very much. I'm downloading the attendance. Yeah, you can leave this meeting. End meeting.